Okay, then let's move on to the router. And the router's IP address is already reconfigured. Over here in the management IP address, gateway and DHCP server is 192.168.1.1, which is a router IP address. And we are using the LV325 as a internet router, and its default ID and password is Cisco. Let's log in, and it will ask you to change the IP address and change the password. So I got different IP address, different password here. After I change the password, I need to re-log in. Okay, so this is the LV325 configuration. Okay, so now we are at the GUI screen of our LV325 router, and my router is connected behind the netting, another net devices, and my internet services doesn't provide a DHCP delay, so I had to provide a manual DHCP server setups on this router. This process is not really required for every other situation. This is some particular on my configuration. So now I'm connected. Now my connection got a static DHCP server setup, and let's remove my Ethernet and use Wi-Fi to connect this newly created WLAN. So it will ask a certification to be approved. So let me approve the certification. Certificate from the controller. And it's got connected, and it's trying to receive the IP address. Now I got the 192.168.1.104 IP address. And I'm now able to connect internet. Okay. Let's go for the controller configuration. Okay. Now I cannot get the wireless configuration because I'm connected through the wireless connection, and my wireless are not allowing the management access through from its wireless client. So let me turn off the Wi-Fi and turn on my Ethernet connection again. Okay. Now it gets IP address. So that setup is on the management in the management via wireless. If I enable this checkbox, then now then I can access the controller GUI from its wireless connection. And let's see what we have here. Now I have an AP that serves the client. If I look at the client, currently it has 3 clients connected. It's all connected, and one client is connected on the BG, other 2 is on the 11A and N. And this connection is securely encrypted over the wireless. So you can see encryption is on the protected EAP with the reverse secure network, which is WPA2. And let's try to turn on another encryption. On the each AP section, there's an advanced menu, and the current data encryption is on the plain text. Now we can enable the data encryption, which enable the DTLS encryption between the AP and controller. If we enable it, it will say that data encryption, change of data encryption will reboot AP. Let's do that. Okay. Now AP is getting rebooted, and once you complete the rebooting, the CAPAP session, even in the wired status, will be fully secured. Okay, now the AP completed rebooting. Let's check out its data DTLS encryption. It's encryption between the AP and controller status. Click the AP and go to advanced. And you can see here that the current data encryption status is being encrypted, right? So now we can see that the line between the AP and controller is also being secured. And now our end-to-end encryption is achieved. And nearby hits menu, you can get the rogue detection checkbox. And let's check out what it is. In the rogue detection, mean that this AP is also handling the detection of the neighboring APs. And as you can see, you can see the bunch of neighboring AP. The number of those APs are more than 76. And now it's a bit hard to identify which APs are more harmful and which APs are not harmful. And if you look at the custom and malicious and friendly, there is no AP is displayed, and we see that just one large number of rogue AP that is unclassified. So let's enable some rogue rules so that we can have a more intelligent classification. In the securities and WPS menu, there's a rogue rule setup, and we can add a rogue rule, rogue that is very close. And let's give it a custom rule type, high TX. And let's add some rules. Start to add a rule here. RSSI with the minus 50. And let's enable this rogue rule. And since this rogue rule has minus 50 RSSI, its mean by is sitting really close to our monitoring AP. Okay, applied. Let's go to the monitor and log here. So unclassified AP, we still see the many number of unclassified. But if you look at the customs, now you see that several APs are on the custom rogue rule, which is RSSI with a minus 47, right? So there are a few AP that sits really close to our AP, and potentially this can interrupt or interfere our operation and performance. With this classification, we can make some automated action such as auto containment as well.